MaJaMa. MaJaMa. MaJaMa.
Hi, Daddy. It's me, Frank Jr. Love you.
Hey, Dad. Boy, do I miss you.
Welcome back, everyone, to MaJaMa Jams, a show where we discuss other people's work to avoid doing our own. And welcome to MaJaMa Trashes Trailers, a new segment where we're breaking down, you guessed it, full-length movies. No, trailers. And this week is one that's very close to our heart and we are cautiously optimistic about, because around these parts, boy oh boy do we love the Naked Guns. It is the new Naked Gun starring, I almost said Leslie Nielsen, wishful thinking, Liam Neeson, almost similar names.
Yep.
Similar names, interesting enough.
That's
LN.
probably why they cast him.
LN!
Yes.
Oh, but that's why they cast him.
There's no going back.
Yes.
And we are going to break it down. Now, like I said, we would be cautiously optimistic, but two things I was positive going into this with. The Life's Too Short sketch that popularly circulated online, stumbled through that one, with him and Ricky Gervais and Stephen Merchant, where Liam comes in and says,
I'm thinking of doing some comedy.
Wow.
I'm a funny guy, aren't I? I'm funny, right?
Yeah, definitely.
painfully hilarious,
Yeah.
and director was Akiva Schaffer, member of The Lonely Island, who's probably about as close to a modern-day Zucker-Abrahams-Zucker as we get. Definitely masters of silliness.
Please, take a chair.
Thank you.
So now we have the first full trailer. Personally, I'm calling about 3 jokes that I think
Yes.
are beautiful and
Yeah.
on point, and a bunch that are... But what I really want to hear is what this guy thinks, because he has a deep love for this, and Mateo, lay it on us, buddy.
Yeah.
Eh?
Complete? Eh?
Smidge of hope anywhere?
A smidge of hope, but I saw that the only there are 2 or 3 visual jokes, and the most memorable one is stolen from Austin Powers.
I want you to keep an eye on him.
This oven is disgusting.
Look in the bottom.
Okay, I'll dig a little deeper. Wow, this bag is really full.
Just keep digging, darling.
I'll just feel around for them.
So that's disappointing that you say, really, that's what you can come up with, 3 writers and come up with that. And I don't understand why, and I hope that it's going to be, I'm sure it's going to be explained why the whole bit of him eating in the car is filmed through, it looks like GoPros.
Probably like a body cam.
I
for the
guess,
cop.
but they're one from underneath a seat, and
You need all
and in the
angles.
bathroom and stuff like this. It's weird. I don't know.
The trailer doesn't give me much hope.
No.
Liam Neeson in the role does, but like we kind of said that into 2025, even if you're going to do a comedy, you're going to need to have action, just because that's what people, the same thing with Ghostbusters, they're making them action heroes. So of course it's going to be a staple, especially when you cast someone like Neeson who's done action. You're going to have to incorporate that in there, but like you always say, with Clouseau or Drebin, they never really solve that case on their own accord. It's always just happenstance or literally tripping over a cord to save the day.
Let's get out of here. What?
Frank! Look! You did it!
Even more so than that, and like you said, it's probably impossible to think Liam Neeson's bread and butter is 80 million action movies a year. It's probably massively unrealistic to think they wouldn't, but I think all of us, the first objection with the teaser that just features the little girl is the lollipop stab.
That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the police. That's the sound of the beast.
Who are you?
Frank Drebin.
Drebin is not competently violent.
No.
Now, maybe it's impossibly naive to think they're not going to make Neeson like that with who he is, but Drebin is not stabbing, shooting, killing.
That's
I think you need that for this day and age, though.
but it's more like the gag of him ripping the arms.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
It's exaggerated, and I'm surprised that he didn't say, I'm armed. because it seemed
We should be writing this.
but when I saw the teaser of him also hidden inside of a little girl,
Whoa, sounds weird.
fine, you can gloss with that, but they made him competent.
Yeah.
It's like the same thing that Clouseau, the Steve Martin Clouseau at the end solves the case.
He doesn't have the diamond. The murderer does not have the diamond. No. Well, then, where is it, Inspector Clouseau? It is there, in her purse.
And I didn't like it.
Yes, I agree. I agree with both of you that it's perhaps wildly unrealistic, no matter how much you hate it, to think they won't make Neeson do that. I also think it's a massive misstep to make him actually violently, competently dispersing people. I do think Paul Walter Hauser, although I haven't seen a lot of him, I know he's gotten a pedigree for being really good at comedic roles. He had a great little sketch in I Think You Should Leave. I think that's another good casting. I like what they're doing with the castings here. It's nice to see Pam back, and I immediately thought of her vibe and look being congruent to
Jane.
Priscilla.
Yeah.
Hello.
I like that. And Pam's got some degree with like the Scary Movie cameo she did. Always good at poking fun at herself and being goofy.
The thing that I had, and I hope that I'm completely wrong, granted, this is all speculation because we haven't seen the movie. When I saw him at the end, in the last shot, dressed still with as a little girl with polka dot panties.
You got aroused.
No, I got actually post-traumatic stress disorder from when I saw inappropriate comedy where there is Adrian Brody playing a Flirty Harry.
Oh!
This summer, action gets a little sensitive. Flirty Harry.
Go ahead. Make me gay.
Someone wrote that.
And
It may have gone over your head, but it's actually a parody of Dirty Harry.
See the similar
A really popular Clint Eastwood film.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
it was from the Clint Eastwood film from the 90s or
Which
2000s was it?
Yeah.
also Vince Offer.
Oh, ShamWow, you'll be saying
Yeah.
wow every time.
Damn wow, you'll be saying wow every time.
He is the director of Inappropriate Movie.
Oh, that makes so much sense. That makes so much sense.
He made also.
He bit a prostitute's tongue off.
Yeah. Okay. Good for him.
Just to show that ShamWow could wipe it back together.
But he did the previous movie. I can't remember the title, but it was a Guaranteed to Offend Everybody. And
Oh yes, yeah.
where he did exactly the same Flirty Harry, but he was playing it.
For real?
Yeah.
Flirty Harry. He's not only tough, he's gay.
Go ahead. Make me gay.
In fact, if you watch the first movie and you watch Inappropriate
I get
Comedy, for
those.
some reason, 60% is the same movie shot with a little more money. Weird. But anyways.
I don't get full-on Friedberg and Setzer vibes from this.
No.
It's definitely in
Is a
Classier.
Yes.
Again, I do have faith in the talent. If you could be daring to not have him be actiony, that Ricky Gervais skit told me all I needed to know about
Yes.
Liam playing this. I just agree with Mateo that I'm really against him being a competent action star.
I guess I worry a little bit about the Dumb and Dumberer issue where we have Lloyd and Harry
Being
mean versus just being stupid. It's one thing just to be dumb and people suffer from your ineptitude, but it's one thing to intentionally be causing harm to someone else. It changes the entire persona of the character.
Because that was also what Zucker-Abrahams-Zucker stated in one of the audio commentaries of The Naked Gun. They say,
this was the start of the greatest comic scene of all time.
Yeah.
Well, there was a lot more.
There were some laughs, but generally it worked better when Leslie
Too much, too
caused
big, not
distress
so.
for other people and not for himself.
I think is in the second one that he's trying to sever his ties, and he's just like going against the wall, and the stuff are falling, the shelves and stuff are falling on the and that is actually much funnier in terms of he is the cause, and the reaction happens to somebody else.
Well, you know, I'm not laughing at it necessarily, but I feel like the last one with the pull the wall of criminals come out.
We've upgraded your car with the most advanced crime-fighting tech.
Drive forward 30 feet. Pretty smooth.
Very much in the spirit of it. I'm not necessarily laughing, but I feel like take a seat, coffee through the window.
Detective Frank Drebin. Thanks.
Pull, this place is really...
The coffee through the window is a recurring gag that they had also in Police Squad, the TV show. Every single time that he isn't driving, sometimes he's driving in reverse, sometimes he's driving with still the guy who's cleaning the window. And so they went onto that. What I don't like in that gag over there, it's funny that he is pulling off all the little column for the electric car and he opens the prison. I don't like that they have the Hannibal Lecter walking out, because in jail he wouldn't be like that. It wouldn't be in the same population and stuff like that.
Well,
but that's more Freeman and Setzer.
Okay.
It's something like say, oh, let's put him because it's funny.
Okay, yes.
I was gonna say I agree with more of that, because I was be like, no way, dude, that's that. You can do that.
Right. I was going to. I was circling to go to that because
we hate Friedberg and Seltzer.
Yes, they single-handedly destroy the whole genre.
So. Yes, it's true. They made a statue. So that's a good way of putting it. I don't get full-on epic movie. This is going to flame out vibes.
It doesn't feel full-on lazy, and it doesn't feel full-on new comedy. It does harken back to some of the jokes that we love from Naked Gun, the really silly stuff and the cartoony stuff.
I've taken a couple hits, but I remain cautiously optimistic, I'd say.
I'm not.
It's been diminished.
I don't think I'm going to
hate it,
loathe it. But like you said, just the perspective of him fitting into a child's persona that can be done, that can establish your tone very quickly, especially when it's in your trailer, to sell the tone of the world and how cartoony it can be. But it just, weird to say, overly stupid.
Well, it's funny. I don't hate that nearly as much as he starts stabbing people effectively with the lollipop. I don't love it, but I'm like, okay, that's cartoony as hell. It's Looney Tunes as hell. It's goofball. I hate it more that he instantly becomes competent Drebin.
Yes, the competent Drebin is a competent Clouseau.
Zoom. Of course.
We must find that woman.
I was trying to remember, and I don't think that there is one joke in all of the Naked Gun that is that cartoony. Everything is absurd, yes, like the body shape on the water or something like that. But I don't remember.
It doesn't bend the laws of
yes, exactly. I think that there is still. I may be wrong, but I think. I mean, the one of the most absurd that I remember is when Norberg is propelled from his wheelchair after he falls down the stair. That, of course, is exaggerated, but it's still.
It could happen. Someone could fly out of a wheelchair and have a little. No, it's an interesting discussion, because you'd kind of go to Naked Gun as being massively cartoony. But when you break down these subtle layers, it is interesting how everything has its rules. It's why time and again, as a student of film, I'm utterly fascinated by tone, because when you get it right, you can pull off something like you can pull off literally anything.
Yeah.
Says you served 20 years for man's laughter.
You mean manslaughter?
Must have been quite the joke.
All right. Like I said, I've taken a couple hits, but I don't think, as you said, this has flame out written on it.
Just because I think the three of us have so much love for Naked Gun, and I think it
practically defines us as a trio.
Yes.
We want to be the why do I say Zucker? It's like Sucker. I always say it. We want to be the Zaz of modern day. So we love Naked Gun. That defines us as a trio.
So I think that will make it harder for us to like it.
Yeah, which also means that I'm the first one who dies.
No.
Jim Abrahams, sadly, is no longer with us.
Great.
And the other two brothers are still with us.
Who's the last to die?
I don't know.
Is she serious?
Is he serious?
No. Well, guys, we are going to follow up with this and do a MaJaMa Saves Hollywood and try to get out to the theater to see Naked Gun, because it does mean so much to us. If you guys love the Naked Gun, drop a comment in what you think about this. Is it registering? Is it might be funny? Is it a flame out? Is it registering as it might be funny? Judicial system!
Judicial system! Have you been drinking? No, not at all. Just the judicial system!
Let us know what you think in the comments. We are way more cautiously, slightly optimistic.
And we'll see how many things we got right.
We'll see how many things we got right. I feel like Mateo's got a good gut for this type of thing, especially he loves the older media. It's going to be interesting to see because similar to talking about Brooks doing Spaceballs 2, 40 years later, there is a movement of comedy no matter what, like the changing tides, generations.
Yeah.
That, like maybe Matthew's right, you simply can't go back from the action. I don't know. We're going to see. In some ways, we can't wait, even if we're scared.
Your ass.
Guys, thanks for trashing a trailer with us. We're going to be doing this again, breaking down trailers that we don't really like, hence the name. But as always, from our couch to yours, thanks for spending some time with us. If you love movies that we do, come on back.
There's always one extra seat.
No.
Matthew doesn't like to be touched.
Yes.
Where are their legs going to go?
Oh.
No.
Dangling over yours, buddy.
Absolutely
Well, okay,
not.
I'll carry them astride.
Keep them.
Okay. I'll reframe the shot, but
That's
it's fine.
fine.
Yes.
That's
Okay.
OJ.
MaJaMa.